The origins of Bloody Mary are shrouded in mystery, with whispers and rumors swirling around her like restless spirits. Her story has been passed down through generations, each retelling adding a new layer of intrigue and fear. Some trace her back to the 16th century, to the bloody reign of Queen Mary of England. Known for her ruthless persecution of Protestants, Queen Mary earned the nickname Bloody Mary, due to the sheer number of executions she ordered. Known as Bloody Mary for her brutal persecution of Protestants, her vengeful spirit is said to haunt mirrors to this day. The legend suggests that her restless soul seeks retribution for the bloodshed she caused during her reign. Others believe the legend originated in the late 1800s in a small town just outside of Salem, Massachusetts, where a young woman named Mary suffered a gruesome fate. This version of the story paints a picture of a different Mary, one whose life was cut tragically short. According to local lore, Mary was a beautiful young woman with long, flowing black hair and piercing blue eyes. Her beauty was renowned, and she quickly became the talk of the town. She was the envy of all the girls in town and the object of affection for many young men. Her striking appearance and charm made her a central figure in the community. However, Mary's beauty was her downfall. The attention she received sparked jealousy and resentment among those around her. One fateful night, she was brutally murdered, her face slashed beyond recognition. The brutality of the crime shocked the entire town, leaving them in a state of fear and confusion. The killer was never found, and Mary's spirit, driven by rage and a thirst for vengeance, is said to have become trapped within a mirror. Her restless soul is believed to seek out those who dare to call her name. The exact details of Mary's murder and the circumstances surrounding her death remain unclear. The mystery only adds to the chilling allure of her story. Some accounts claim she was attacked by a jealous rival, while others whisper of a scorned lover seeking revenge. Each version of the tale adds a new dimension to the legend. Regardless of the truth, Mary's tragic end and the gruesome nature of her death have cemented her place in folklore as the vengeful spirit known as Bloody Mary. Her story serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of envy and unchecked emotions. The legend of Bloody Mary spread like wildfire, passed down through generations of storytellers eager to share her chilling tale. Each retelling keeps the memory of Mary alive, ensuring that her story is never forgotten. Over time, the details of her story may have become embellished and exaggerated, but the core of the legend remains unchanged. A vengeful spirit, trapped within a mirror, waiting to unleash her fury upon those who dare to summon her. The fear she instills continues to captivate and terrify those who hear her tale. Countless individuals claim to have encountered Bloody Mary, their stories ranging from unsettling to downright terrifying. These tales have been passed down through generations, each one more chilling than the last. One such account comes from a group of teenage girls who, in the dead of night, decided to test the legend for themselves. They had heard the stories and wanted to see if there was any truth to them. They gathered in a dimly lit bathroom, lit only by a flickering candle, and chanted Bloody Mary's name 3 times. At first, nothing happened. The air was thick with anticipation. The girls giggled nervously, their bravado beginning to waver. They exchanged uneasy glances, wondering if they had made a mistake. Then, the mirror began to fog over, a cold mist spreading across its surface. The temperature in the room seemed to drop suddenly. As the girls watched in horror, a face slowly materialized in the mirror. It was as if the mist was forming into something tangible, something terrifying. It was the face of a young woman, her features twisted in a grotesque parody of a smile. Her mouth seemed to stretch unnaturally wide, and her eyes were hollow and dark. Her eyes, cold and lifeless, seemed to stare directly at them. It was as if she could see into their very souls, judging them. The girls screamed and ran, fleeing the bathroom in terror. Their hearts pounded as they raced down the hallway, desperate to escape the horror they had unleashed. They never spoke of the incident again, but the memory of that night and the face in the mirror continued to haunt their dreams. They would wake up in cold sweats. The image of Bloody Mary burned into their minds. Another chilling encounter comes from a young boy who, dared by his friends, decided to summon Bloody Mary alone. He was determined to prove his bravery. He stood in front of the bathroom mirror, his heart pounding in his chest, and whispered her name 3 times. Each whisper seemed to echo in the silent room. The room grew cold and the air became thick with a palpable sense of dread. It was as if the very atmosphere was closing in on him. Suddenly, the mirror shattered, shards of glass flying across the room. The sound was deafening, and the boy ducked to avoid the flying debris. The boy felt a searing pain in his arm, as if he had been slashed by a razor-sharp blade. He cried out in agony, clutching his arm. When he looked down, he saw a deep gash on his arm, bleeding profusely. The blood dripped onto the floor and he felt a wave of dizziness. Some witnesses claim that Bloody Mary appears as a skeletal figure with long, sharp claws, while others describe her as a beautiful woman with a horrifying secret. Her appearance seems to change depending on the person who summons her. Regardless of her appearance, one thing remains consistent. Her eyes, filled with rage and sorrow, reflect the depths of her torment. They are windows into her tortured soul. These encounters, whether real or imagined, serve as a testament to the enduring power of Bloody Mary and the chilling effect she has on those who dare to tempt fate. Her legend continues to captivate and terrify. The stories continue to circulate, each one adding to the mystique surrounding Bloody Mary. They are shared in whispers at sleepovers and around campfires, each retelling more dramatic than the last. Are these encounters simply the product of overactive imaginations fueled by fear and suggestion? Or is there a kernel of truth hidden within the tales? Or is there something more to the legend? Something sinister lurking just beyond the veil of our reality? Could there be a dark force that we do not fully understand? Whatever the truth may be, the chilling tales of those who claim to have encountered Bloody Mary serve as a stark reminder of the power of fear and the enduring allure of the unknown. They remind us that some legends never die, and some fears are never truly conquered. What do you think about Bloody Mary? Leave your comments below and remember to like and subscribe.